Hi guys, this is Massa from the Great White North. So I wanted to give you a short review of Titan Pantheon of the Gods that is on Kickstarter and finishing in 3 days. So by the time this video is out, most likely it's going to be 48 hours. I had planned to have an interview with the designer. We talked about it with them, but I'm not sure it's going to be out by the time the Kickstarter finish. So I just wanted to tell you what I think about it right now. And if we have more information, I'm going to make one more video, at the last minute, but I was worried a bit. So let's be safe. So that's a cool, project. It's based on mythology. So the first set is on Greek mythology, but the other one will be on other mythology. So that can be cool. The thematic is good. The team is solid, which is also important. They have several team members. There is a strong art direction. You can see that they are spending good budget on the art. The Kickstarter page really have not that much information. That's why I reached out, because I thought, if I just look at this page, I don't feel that I can back this game. Like seriously, there is not a single card shown, and there is a bit of rules. There is no gameplay video. So, there is about the rarity. Oh yeah, you see, like there will be a set on the Egyptian mythology, something about the print run. And there are those 2 videos that are pretty cool, and I invite you to check them from TED. So I reached out. I wanted to learn more about the game, and I found that they are very solid. They have many people working on this project, so I'm pretty sure it's going to go through. And it have a decent amount of money, and it doesn't have so much it doesn't have like 1 million. If you reach like 1 million, and if it turns out that everybody's just keeping boxes because they think it's going to be worth more, that's not going to happen, guys. That's not how business works. So you need to have most of the box open. You need to have people wanting to get more, and then more demand, and then more edition sold, and you want to have LGS wanted to have the product. And then, yes, maybe what you kept for you will be worth more, but you need to have a most majority of the backer to actually open and enjoy the game. And I think when you reach this kind of number, and I think, let's say 70-80% of people open the boxes and play the game. Then whatever you keep, let's say you have 3 boxes, you keep 1 for yourself and 2 to play. Then there will not be that many that it will be actually worth something. But, I'm not really an investor guy. I mean, I'm good at it. If you really want to know, I can talk about investment, but I think my channel is mainly on game design, because that's what interests me. So we talked about the game design. Obviously, I'm going to show you some of the art. The art is great. That's what drove me to this project at first. But I wanted to know more about the game. The small amount of information I had at the beginning was that it's a game based on mythology. You have gods, mortal, and you have a phase system for resource. But that was not really enough. And there was no card spoiled until like yesterday. And I have only 3 cards to show you, but if I get more, I will show you. I have the Minotaur. It costs 5 resource. That's red, that's for fire. And it does some effect, scare and haste. And it's a 4/5. And Medusa is like that. This is very much like MTG. And actually, when we talk together, and what I learned about the game is that's my opinion, it's very much inspired from Commander, or like if any of you ever play like 1 versus 1 Commander, that's how I see it. So the cards looks a bit like Magic the Gathering. You have a cost, you have an alignment, you have an effect, and you have attack and defense. And there is 3 ways to actually beat your opponent. You can reduce their life total from 20 to 0, or you can deck them out, they have no more card in their deck, or you can do enough damage with your Celestial. And that's where things become kind of special with this game. So you start the game with 1 Celestial, so like a god, and I have just a sample card, Artemis, and I'm assuming there will be Hades and Zeus. You start with one. It's in what is called your celestial zone. It's like a commander zone, and you can play it if you have, the right resource. So you build your deck around your commander / celestial. And so if your celestial deal a certain amount of direct damage to your opponent, you win the game. So there is those 3 ways of winning that are very similar to commander. And in terms of resource, that is also kind of different from MTG. So you have, fire, water, earth, air, and darkness. Those are your elemental resources, but you have another one called phase. And phase is something, I think it's still being worked on, but it's something kind of hard to get, and it's to cast really something very powerful. And you get phase by tapping one mortal. So this is, the Minotaur is a mortal, not a divinity, so you can tap it and get 1 phase, or you can sacrifice it and get 2 phase. So I do like this spirit. The other resource is the elemental resource, and here it's pretty much like MTG, except you have no lands, as far as I understand. And to get an elemental resource, so to get a flame resource, you have to type a flame mortal. So if you tap this Minotaur, you will get 1 fire resource. You can also pitch it from your hand, and then you will get 2 resources of fire. What I don't know is how you get to these 5. So I'm assuming there will be some ramping mechanism. Maybe they are not called lands. They are just like basic mortals that cost 0. Really, there is not enough right now to really judge the game, or at least I don't have this information. So that's why my judgment will be pretty limited to what I know. But so you have those 2 resource systems, and any card, any permanent you have, help you get those resources. If you imagine MTG was designed for commander, with this idea of the celestial being, at the center of your deck. This plus a strong mythology spirit, I think that's more or less my impression of the game. As a game designer, I see this game as really strongly inspired from MTG and trying to learn from MTG, trying to make like a fresh take on MTG, focus on the commander. Hopefully I will know more about it later. If I come back to the Kickstarter page, what I have to say is that I think those guys are serious. I think the art is really top notch. The art is amazing. And they have some cool add-ons. You can get some slab of very nice art, and the price is reasonable. But what I would say right now, I think those guys are good. The art is amazing. I like the theme. But I know 3 cards, and I didn't see the gameplay video, and I didn't try the game myself. So, if I'm being extremely objective, and because there are so many projects out there, I think this is, until I get more information, and until there is more, like gameplay and cards being spoiled and things like that, I think this is one of the projects is like, if you love it, just go for it. If you are on the verse, I would say wait until we get more information. And like you may say, okay, yeah, well, but if we wait and we don't get more information before the end of the Kickstarter, what do we do? Well, sadly, I don't know. After it's your gut choice. I think we will be able to still get something through retail pledge after the end of the Kickstarter, probably like for 1 week more or something like that. So maybe wait for that. As of it, I don't have enough information to tell you this game is good. If I was tight on budget, I would probably have to pass. But this is really pending on having more information. This could very well be an excellent game. It's just, I feel the Kickstarter campaign was maybe a bit too early. I do like to see campaign with gameplay video, with enough to actually discuss about things. Right now, it's really a bet. And, I'm in no place to actually tell you to bet on this project. So really, it's up to you. My honest opinion is there is not enough really info out there to judge about the gameplay. So just treat it as a collectible. If you want to judge it as a game itself, we have to wait a bit. And if I have more info, I will be very happy to discuss with you. And like I say, I'm pretty sure we will have way to still back it through retail after this end of these 3 days. But sadly, I don't have enough information to tell you this is a slam dunk and just back it. So I would advise, stay tuned to the channel, subscribe. I will try to get something out there before the end of the Kickstarter. If not, you reach out to me directly, and in any case, I'm sure I will have more information within like 1 week. And if it's after the end of the Kickstarter and there is still way to back it through a retail or to pre-order it through retail, I will be happy to help you. All right, guys. Well, I will see you soon because I hope I will get one more video on this one before it's ending. And if you have questions, you post them below. Please subscribe because it really helps. And check the new Discord because we can discuss about projects. All right, see you later. Cheers.